Yes, hello there, my name is Serizawa, and just so you know, this is my first ever officially review video. And what are we going to review is the same thing as what I'm wearing in this shirt. Yes, it is My Hero Academia, the one of the most popular anime in this decades. Recently, their season 4 has ended, and I want to review it. Basically, the premise of the season 4 is the aftermath of the great battle of All for One versus One for All, which is All Might. Despite the big bad of the whole story, All for One lost to All Might, but it caused All Might to become more vulnerable and instead forced him to retire from being the best #1 hero, which is also known as the symbol of peace. Even led to a state which there is no symbol of peace, there is no symbol of justice, nor there is symbol of injustice, which in the idea in season 4 is how the society will work the same without the symbol of peace guarding them from the behind and every day now in their life. The people are looking for the next symbol of peace before the symbol of evil do. I'm not gonna lie, the first half of season 4 was pretty fucking cool, and overall with the Siehasa, his organization, the villain had a great setup and a motivation. Eri was there too, and she was doing this fine. Then there's our little boy, green broccoli boy, Midoriya, as always, amazing and charming, and always likes to cry often. It's really fun to see interaction with new characters again. The big three, Sir Night-Eye, etc. New quirks introduced again with a whole new uniqueness, which is enjoyable to see. Mirio Togata, one of the big three, and also the senpai of Midoriya, is absolutely amazing. He steals every fucking seat. I'm sorry. Mirio Togata is absolutely amazing. He stole every fucking scene that he is in. And there's a shy Sasuke, which is, not gonna lie, he's pretty awesome too. And there's one minor problem. Last big three, which is Hadone Jirei. The show never really explained how she is in the group, so it's a bit plot hole. But that's not a real problem, so it's fine. One of the problem in the show, which is also a plot hole, about this bullet that can erase people's quirk. They did explain it, but they never really get exactly explain how it get produced from a super unnatural power suddenly bottled up in one bullet. I personally also like how the conflict between the League of Villain and the CSI, even though their screen time is very small. The second half of the story was pretty bad. It doesn't add up that much to the story or the upcoming conflict. It didn't give a major developments to the character, even though I admit Gentle Criminal and La Brava has a good ideology. They are pretty unique as a grounded and underrated villain. But the pacing in the story was quite slow, so you might get bored sometimes. But when the arc is starting near the end, it slowly regained its momentum and it made us pump back again. Regardless, the second half was pretty enjoyable, not gonna lie, and the song was pretty enjoyable too. But the big surprise during the end, when Endeavor arc is introduced, it is super great. We never expected it, but it just came. It's the peak of his own character development and his battle. It's his climax of battle with his own inner demon. The story started to become even better, and the setup is absolutely amazing. The story was already started right in the first half, but the execution is in the second half, which is fine. It took their time carefully. It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful to see him trying so hard to fill that hole that All Might live as the number one hero, because in this position he always questioned how is he is going to match up with All Might. He is the number one hero right now. And when he tries that hard, he even get the same chills as when we first saw All Might versus All for One fighting into their own death. Such a beautiful story. And there's a scene when everybody just went panic and they even forgot there's a hero fighting for them right in the fucking front of their fucking eyes. There's a kid, there's the same kid, the same friends, the same pink haired boy that came in the previous episode. Come bravely shout out to every people that there's a hero fighting in their front eye, and that is Annifer. And goddamn, in that same moment too, tears flood into everyone's eye. Crying like a little bitch. My god, the last 3 or 2 episodes from the season 4 was the greatest things that ever happened in that season 2. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's a guy named Hawk, and he is pretty cool too. No, he's very, and nah, he's fucking cool. But my only problem was that final message that is given to us right in the near, like couple of seconds after, before the ending song playing. Even though Midoriya is our main protagonist, but seeing him do the talk while the tense is built over Endeavor's journey and his family relationship made it sound out of nowhere, made it sound out of blue, and a weird, awkward situation. Anyway, talk about animation, I think Bone Studio has done it again beautifully. And the music by Yuki Hayashi, as always, remarkable and reminiscent. Regardless, My Hero Academia Season 4 get a solid 80%. And I think it deserves their 5th season. That's all for listening. Thank you for listening, and thank you for sticking.